Hello everyone, this is Lynn, Sakshi and Sandeep. Welcome to Face Girls group presentation. Today, the most useful application of fungi and insects are going to be shown. It is medicine, which is usually known as the greatest enemy of all diseases.
Ever since the modern technologies took place, bringing back natural resources as a way instead of antibiotics and chemicals was far more a wise choice for humans' health. That is why enormous researchers tend to try using some natural materials like insects in treatment and disease prevention. In this video, there are 3 typical types of medicines that are representative. In the topic of medicine from insects, our first question is how insects are used. It is the fact that insects are widely used as a medicine from the past for medical treatment for nearly every continent, from India to China.
Alongside with many insects, arthropods represent a rich and largely unexplored source of new medicinal compounds. The venom of the natural world can be harvested as potential medicinal treatments and cures. Thus, arthropods are believed to be the next promising source of medicine biotechnology. Furthermore, insects are masters at using the defenses of other organisms and modifying them to use for their own. After knowing that information, how do we use insects for medicinal purposes? We identify and snip out of the stretches of the insect's DNA that carry the codes for the useful compounds and insert them into cell lines that allow larger quantity to be produced.
And then we succeed. Thanks to thousands of laboratories held for investigate scorpions, spiders, and bees, numerous useful reports related to this topic has been published.
Then it is recognized that there is a long list of advantages from these medicines. They are releasing of common flu and headache, wound cleaning and healing, burn and stitches, manufacture antibiotics, cancer treatment and anti-therapy.
With millions of species to search through, Vitotox seems to be obviously outstanding value.
This drug is produced from the venom of the blue scorpion, not this venom, but this one. It was found to have analgesic, anti-inflammatory and anti-carcinogenic properties.
It all started in 1980s when biologist Chivas was carrying out experiments with animal toxins and found that the venom decreased the size of tumors in cats and dogs. Then in 1993, a Cuban whose daughter had pancreatic cancer heard about the scorpion venom story and approached Chivas.
He consented to give the girl some venom mixed with distilled water. Surprisingly, she recovered completely.
Let's move on another type of medicine from insects. Leech therapy. Medicinal leeches have been found to secrete saliva containing about 60 different proteins, helping to keep the blood in liquid form and increasing blood flow in the affected area.
The therapeutic effect is not from the small amount of blood, but from the continued and steady bleeding from the wound left after the leech has detached with the anesthetizing, anti-inflammatory and vasodilating property of the secreted leech saliva. The most common complication from leech treatment is prolonged bleeding. Due to these effects, this technique leads to many advantages. For instance, it allows control application, verification, and removal of leeches. Thus, this method is simple, inexpensive, and definitely more aesthetic. Alongside with insects, medicinal fungi also have been created and extensively investigated in recent years. The main reason is its ability of producing medically significant metabolites, and there are several medical effects of these medicines that are recorded, including antiviral, immunomodulatory, anti-tumor, and so on.
Medicinal fungi has been created to produce medically significant metabolites or can be induced to produce such metabolites. Due to these enormous benefits, at the starting of the 21st year, fungi were engaged in the development processing of more than 10 of the 20 most money-making products.
And fucoidan should be considered as the most typical example for these products, which is supposed to be the anti-cancer agent. Most of fucoidan now is derived from brown algae in Baltic Sea. Namely, fucoidans were found in Kupffer cells, which are the specialized tissue macrophages that line blood vessels in the liver and function as scavengers, filtering out pathogens and raising immune responses. With regard to the chemical property, picorin is mainly composed of glucose, sulfate, and ash, plus a little aminoglucose. Turning to picorin bioactivity, it is usually known as potent anticoagulant, anti-cancer agent, immune modulation, and anti-inflammatory agent. It can also be used as an agent to reduce side effects during chemotherapy or in adjunct therapy to inhibit cancer by scavenger receptor modulation. Last but not least, thanks to the current studies, it can be affirmed that medicine from fungi and insects can bring various therapeutic benefits from human beings. And it is expected that there are more and further experiments on those and the other natural materials that can be conducted in near future. He consented to